Hello again, everyone. So I think we can start. So welcome to our first webinar session. The content of this is a little more to talk about the main functionalities for those who are just starting using ITarian. So we will continue to make our webinars regularly on a weekly basis. And also, we will hold sessions focused on the questions you ask about the topics you want to learn in more detail on every Wednesday. Therefore, we kindly ask you to share your questions with us in response to the email that we are going to send you after the webinar, or directly from the forum, which I will be sharing the link now. And I want to ask you that in order to not disturb the flow of during the session, I will accept your questions in the last 10 minutes of this session. So let's start. So today, as we announced, we will cover 8 topics. First, we will start with how to create a customer. Then we will move on with creating a staff account. And then we will go to Endpoint Manager and learn how to enroll a device. And then we will create a monitor. We will create a profile, and we will add the monitor into the profile that we have created. And then we will assign that profile to a device so that the device starts being monitored. And lastly, I will show you how to manage role permissions for the users defined on ITarian platform. So let me share my screen. Okay, so first let's create a customer. As you can see, this is the main page of ITarian, and it's a fresh portal, meaning that there are no devices, no users, no customers, anything. So it's just fresh start. So let's create a customer. First, we go to management and customers. Here you can see all the customers inside this portal. And as you can see, there is one customer, which is the default customer, which is the actual managed service provider. So let's create a new customer by clicking new customer button. Let's give a name and the contact email. And let's give an address and postal code. Let's keep in mind that those fields, those 4 fields are mandatory in order to create a customer. And we also have a description to make it easier to understand from the administrator. So it's not a mandatory field. So let's click save. And the company is here. And everything that is created under this section, I mean, all the customers will be synchronized in all the applications provisioned on ITarian platform. So we will be seeing this customer on Endpoint Manager, Secure Internet Gateway, and so on. So let's continue with the next topic, how to create a staff. So as you can see on management section, there's a staff menu, and we click it, and in this section you can see all the staff accounts, which means that all the employees of your MS or of your company, I mean the MSP company, and you can manage all your employees over here. So this is the account admin it's created while the registration for the portal account, and it can be editable, but it cannot be deleted. So let's create a new staff, and it's just like creating a new customer. There is a name section. Let's give an email, and we will select a role for this user. By default, there are two roles which are predefined on the system. I will get back to the role management section at the end of the session, but you can also create custom roles and select those roles for your users. So let's create this user as a technician, and it's saved. Now, the staff account needs to be verified by the actual employee. So we need to go and check our email. Okay. So the verification email is like this. So I'm just clicking verify my email button. And now the system asks me to set a password. This is the, I'm now configuring, I'm creating the staff account right now. So let's set it. And now we are good to go. Upon the first login, due to the security concerns, we force all our users to set up two-factor authentication. Still loading. Let's try again. Okay, let's try from here. Just gonna and paste it. Okay. After entering the code, the system is giving you the 10 different backup codes. We strongly suggest you to keep, save those codes in a safe place in case your authenticator application does not work, and then you can enter one of those codes to log into the system. So now we are configuring our staff account, and it's done. So let's just go back to our original account. So as you can see now, the staff account is verified, and two-factor authentication is configured for this account. So let's move on and jump to Endpoint Manager. So when in first entrance for on Endpoint Manager, since you won't have any device enrolled, the system suggests you to start using it. And to be able to use Endpoint Manager, we need to enroll a device. So let's enroll the device. We can enroll by clicking this button, which will redirect us to the enrollment wizard. And also we can just go to device list from device section and click enroll device, or click enroll now button from here. We have two options. We either can enroll our current device, I mean the device that we are using, or we can also enroll some other devices by email. We can also create new user from this section and continue enrollment process. So let's enroll this device. We have two options here. First one is enroll and protect, which includes the security aspects of the portal as well. But I'm just going to skip it for now, since it's not a topic about this session. But I just want to briefly explain what those means. So we can select a platform here. By the way, the system detects the platform automatically. That's why we are not seeing Linux, Mac or mobile operating systems here. So since this computer is a Windows platform, it just shows the related options. So upon enrollment, a configuration profile is automatically assigned to that device, and this is the place that we can choose our profile to be used on the device. And we will select reboot options, since this option includes Comodo Client Security Agent, which requires a reboot upon installation. We need to choose the reboot options here. And we also have the ability to change the device name. So let's enroll it. I don't want to change the device name, so I select this option. And here is a summary of our installation configuration. So let's click next. The downloader, the installer starts download. Okay, the download is completed, so let's enroll it. Okay, the device is now enrolled, and we can see, as you can see, the device appears here. Let me just quickly cover what those means. So it means that the agent, the communication agent, is installed, and this icon means that the device is connected and online and ready to go. So we are able to see the active components on this agent, and patch status, which customer does this computer belongs to, and last logged in user, I mean current logged in user as well, and the device last activity. So we can drill down to the device and we can see a lot of information about that device. So as a summary, we can see the performance metrics. It's reloaded once every 10 seconds. And we can see the operating system summary. We can see networks attached to the device. We can see associated profiles. As I said before, the default profile for ITarian is for Windows devices is Windows Security Level 1 profile. So it's loaded. We can see the software inventory when the inventory scan is completed. We can see patch management, we can see the groups, and we can see different kinds of logs here. And we can take some actions from this upper menu. As you can see, I'm not going to go over all of them in detail. So that's how we enroll a device. So let's move on. And the other topic is how to create a monitor. So in configuration templates menu, there's a monitors section. And when we click it, we can see all the monitors that are created in this portal. There is one predefined monitor which is already available for you to be used. We can not edit this predefined monitor. It basically measures the CPU usage, RAM usage, and network usage. And if the threshold is higher than 5 minutes, it throws an alert so that we know that there's something wrong. Okay, so let's create a monitor by clicking this one. Either if you don't want to go over everything, you can just click an already created monitor and just clone it. But I'm just going to create a brand new monitor. So when we click create monitor button, a pop-up appears. Let's give a name. We are able to monitor Windows and macOS devices, but since this is a Windows device, I will be creating the monitor for Windows operating system. We can add a description if we want. Okay, so it's created. We can see the general tab open by default. We can see the name, a description, and it all are editable. We can choose when to trigger an alert. So a monitor can consist of more than one condition. Therefore, we have to choose whether if all the conditions has to be met or any of the conditions are enough to throw an alert. So let's choose one of them and go to Conditions tab. Here we have some different kinds of conditions: performance, file size, folder size, some other monitors about disk process, events, networking, ping monitors, device status, etc., and some security monitors as well. So let's click performance and let's try to measure, monitor CPU usage. We have different conditions which we can use. So let's put, let's say 20% for 5 seconds, or let's say 3 seconds. We can either select seconds or minutes. And the condition is here, and we click Save button. Now, since our monitor is created, we need to assign this monitor within a profile. So let's go to the Profiles section. As you can see, the portal comes with some predefined profiles for all different operating systems. And for Windows operating systems, we have 3 different levels, which are different, which consist of different, especially different security aspects. So we can also either clone a profile or create our own. When we click Create button, the system asks for us which kind of operating system that we want to create a profile on. So let's create a Windows profile. We give a name. And we can also give a description if we want. So the profile is created now. It comes with only General tab added. We can edit general settings of the profile. We can change the name, description, and we can set the profile as default, which means that whenever a device is enrolled to the system, it will get this profile. So let's add monitors. In profile section, there are a lot of different sections that can be included into the profile and later applied to the device. So I'm not going to go over all of these, but we have a wide area of different kinds of things. So in monitors, we need to add a monitor here. So it asks for us to start typing the name of that monitor. We can add more than one monitor at the same time. Now it's added. We can see the type of this monitor, who created it, when it was created, when it was last modified, and when it was lastly updated on. We can add more than one monitor, as I said, by clicking this button, and we can just select the monitor and remove it if needed. And now we need to assign this profile to the device in order this monitor to be executed on the device. So we go to device list, select our device, and on the top menu, there is Manage Profiles section. When we click it, we can see all the profiles assigned to that device. I just want to say that there you will be able to assign more than one profile to a single device. So this was the profile that we have created, and we can select more than one, as I said, and click Save. And this profile will be applied to the device in a couple of seconds. So now let's try to remember what was our monitor condition. It was CPU usage for more than 20% for 3 seconds. Now I will try to increase the usage of my device so that the monitor triggers. And where we can track our alerts on device list, select the device, logs, and it comes with alert logs. So as you can see, the monitor has triggered for one time and the alert has been thrown. So that's how you monitor your devices. And I want to move on to the role management section. Lastly, there are two different role management. One is on ITarian side, I mean the general role management side. So we can create new roles. Let's clone technician role. Let's say important technician. And here we see the access rights. So we have dashboard, license applications, reports here, and license applications is this menu. We have staff management. We can limit staff management. So role management and tools section, customer notifications, and management section. So we can give or remove those permissions from here. And when we click, for example, new staff, click save, the role is saved. So whenever a user is created with this role, they will be able to create new staff. And also there is another role management section for endpoint management, role and permission management. And it can be done from users role management section. So here you see the default roles that have been created by endpoint manager. We can add new roles, or we can just edit existing roles. So here we have a lot of different permission set. We have the capability to enable read-only mode, which means that the portal will be read-only and no actions can be done on the portal. So the users will be able to see all the things, but they won't be able to manage or edit or change anything on the portal. So we can limit dashboard, devices section. By the way, all these sections are the left-hand side menu, are representing the left-hand side menu. So we can just expand a single section, or just clicking by clicking expand button, we will expand all the things. And as you can see, we can give or take a lot of permissions from any user, any role. And also we have another section called assign users. So we can assign a user from this role or remove from this role by clicking this section. And then we have access scope. What does that mean? Is that here all the customers are shown where we can enable or disable a customer to be shown or not. So, for example, if I disable this customer for this role, that means that any user that who are assigned with this role cannot see any device under this customer. So it enables us to have a more granular role-based access control over the system, so that only, for example, on a user, a staff, a technician may be assigned to a customer, a single customer. Therefore, they just need to have access to that customer's devices. So you can configure all your staff role management from this section. Okay, that's all that I want to cover for today. So if you have questions, please ask. Anyone? Okay, so if you don't have any questions, or if you have some more detailed questions which are not covered in this session, we will be sending you an email after the end of this webinar, and you can just reply to that email with your questions, so that we will be answering those questions and covering those topics in our next session, which will be held on Wednesday, next Wednesday. And alternatively, you can also post your questions on the link that I've shared in chat. So thank you very much for joining us today, and I hope you a good weekend. Thank you.